All right. So what I want to talk about in this video was the SPX wave 4 structure, as I called above in the newsletter and the Substack post. So we have reached the area of 5104, which is called in the weekly post. But post this, does the correction end here? And we start looking at the move out from this zone. Maybe a small dip on Monday if there is a gap down, and then gets bought up, and we start looking at a new move coming from here, right? Or given the FOMC is coming late in the April, actually end of April, and we have all Mag 7 earnings lined up in the next 2 to 3 weeks, along with what's going on in Iran and Israel, right? So, given that, would it take like a little more time for this to develop, right? And like I said, it hasn't even reached 38%, which was basically a measured move from point of 4685 to the top here between 2 and 3, right? So not even 38% retracement. So if it wants, it can certainly take more time to chop and reach the lower levels. And if you look at the lower levels, you would see here on the hourly that we have a lot of demand here, in this area, which caused a huge move in the indices, and this particularly pretty much this whole area, right? So quite a times tested and moved up, right? So this certainly is a good demand to be tested, if not immediately, then over the next 2 weeks. So which could mean that we may see a bounce here in the early in the week, which may look like something like this, right? So maybe a dip to start with, test 5100, bounce sharply back, go back and test the 5180, right? The gap area, the gap open area. And then we see another dip, something like this, back into our demand. And then the new wave structure is formed in the next week or so, right? We can significantly spend time of next 2 weeks in this zone, which is 5180 and 5050, right? So I think this makes sense given all what is lined up, and if market has to start moving up, it could probably be in that last week of April. Don't go with this time. I'm just trying to mark the moves here, but this could align very well with 29th April, 30th April FOMC moves, right? So this is where wave four can get tricky, and instead of WXY, it can be marked as WXYZ, right? So a complex move made out of three corrections. It's basically a three combo, and this is not something new. We have seen this before. We have seen this back in last year as well, where we got this, like the big move, right? It was nothing else but the same move, right? So W, X, Y, Z, right? And we got a very strong rally coming out of that. So this is on a smaller scale, of course, and I think this is pretty much possible. If we get another wave down, this will create a lot of compression here, and then we can get a big short squeeze right above, and the target will be certainly higher, not 5300, but somewhere above 5400, 5450 or so range, right? So we'll figure that out when the move starts, at how far it's going to go. But this is my ideal scenario. But like I said, can it be finished here with WXY? Yeah, sure, it can be finished with WXY as predicted before. We've touched 5100. If market wants to move, they can certainly move from here, making wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5, like that, right? So we'll see which one becomes the primary one. Like I said, if 5180 is not breached, I think that becomes our line in the sand. It's a pretty good resistance here, and I think bears are gonna protect it, right? Given the earnings season and all, so we'll see how it goes. But this is what I wanted to kind of share in a video because I wanted you guys to be clear on what I'm looking at. Thank you very much. Have a good one.